Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, I have an update about Nibiru. Yes, Planet X. I have found out new information. This is coming from my mum. This is what she told me about Nibiru. So, like how I told you guys about Nibiru in my last video, well, this is a bit of an update. Now, the reason why I said Nibiru does not exist and there is no Planet 9, that Saturn is the true Planet 9. Okay, well, that is true basically. Saturn is the true Planet 9 because it's the ninth planet in our solar system. Now, the update with Nibiru, even though I said it was associated with Doomsday, which is basically true, it was associated with Doomsday. And I know I said that it doesn't even exist, not in our lifetime. However, Mum has actually informed me that the government has actually covered this up to change the information so people don't actually find out the truth about Nibiru. Sorry. Dry throat already. So that was actually quite interesting to know that the government is actually covering up these stories about Nibiru. So, does Nibiru really exist? Well, some people say it does, others say it doesn't. Okay, I'm kind of in between right now. Okay, I'm like saying it does exist, saying that it doesn't exist, because I get all these different infos when I Google Nibiru, and it's really frustrating to find the truth because, like I said, the government and NASA have actually covered up Nibiru. They've changed the information about it. So it's really hard to find what's true about the so-called Nibiru. Okay, like how you see two suns up in the sky sometimes on a really clear day, but you're more likely to see it like in desert areas. Well, people are actually guessing that is Nibiru, but my guess is that it's a newborn star, which will later on in future be our new sun when this one dies. This one is almost at its end, although it's hanging in there. So I just wanted to give you an update on that. And another thing for this video today, I did go into Bernie, right, and I had a bit of a look around. This was back on the 14th. So anyway, it was kind of interesting because, you're able to do laybys at any Kmart or Big W store within the state that you're living in, right? You're able to make payments. Well, when I was in Kmart in Bernie, asking if they still do it, though those who were serving me, they were actually quite rude, and I didn't feel comfortable. So I just grabbed my receipt from them and I just went off to purchase the book, which I ended up buying for my daughter, which is a Pokemon book, which will familiarize with the Pokemon characters because she likes Pokemon just like me. So that's all sent off to her. That was sent off back on the 14th as well. Wow. I can't believe the rudeness over in Bernie. Seriously. I mean, what's the need for it? I was just asking a question if they actually still done payments from other stores. And straight up, no. I was like, okay, well, why did you answer me in a rude way when instead you could have like explained it to me, like explained to me that the policy, like the lay-by policy has changed? I mean, instead of just saying straight up, no, we can't, all they had to do was tell me, I'm sorry, we can't, our lay-by policy has changed. You now have to go and make payments at the store of purchase for the lay-by. That's all they had to say, that their policy had changed, instead of the straight up no. I mean, how rude was that? And it was just a simple question. And also when I was at the self-serve checkout at Kmart in Burnie, they only had one person on register, and I had been waiting there a lot longer than this other person, alright? Because the book that I purchased didn't register, it wouldn't go through for some reason. So obviously the register, there's a bit of like a defect with the register. And I said, like I turned around and said, excuse me, I've been here a lot longer than the other person that was at the register before me. Like after me, I should say. Yeah, because I was actually before him. He came in after me. So I was actually first in line to actually get the help. And this woman at Burnie, she goes straight to the other person, and yet I've been waiting there longer. So I say, excuse me, I've been here waiting, and you just went to the other person who only just got at the register like, 5 seconds ago? I've been waiting here like for 10 minutes. Okay, one would think to actually serve the one that's been waiting the longest before you go off to the other one. If you can't do that, then at least get other members on register. Okay, so it was awful. I mean, I love going to Kmart and Burnie because they have more variety of things. They got more things than the one here in Devonport. Don't get me wrong. I love the Kmart here in Devonport. The staff are friendly. Okay, and I know that I can actually go to the staff, ask for help if I'm looking for something or whatever, and they'll do it. But over at Kmart in Burnie, it's like, why? It's like, you don't see them out here in Devonport being rude. They're actually quite polite. In Burnie, they're like, they're not very friendly. So, but there was actually one friendly person at the entrance of Kmart in Burnie, and I was happy because I was able to speak to her what actually happened. And she goes, well, you can actually go on the website, or you can call the phone number that's on the receipt, and you can put in a complaint about a certain staff member that was rude to you. I was like, okay, but you know, I didn't. I just left it. I mean, I'm not going to be the one to, you know, I'm not like that, okay? I'm not a dobberer, okay? Sure, I'll say something to another staff member and then just leave it as that, and then just walk off, and that's the end of it. So, and you know, I needed more shampoo and conditioner because, you know, I'm running out of Pantene. I end up going back to using the L'Oreal Paris. See what the other stuff was like, because the one in the red bottle was making my hair oily and greasy within a day, like after, like the very next day. So I realized the one in the red bottle was not for my hair type. So I decided to give L'Oreal Paris another go, and I chose one in a white bottle, which is a bond repairing treatment, because, you know, I use a hair straightener. Yes, this is actually quite old, by the way. This I ended up getting for my 23rd birthday, I think it was, which came with a matching hair dryer. Ow, and I just pinched myself. So anyway, I'm going back to what I was doing. I'll show you. So I just used this once. So I used it the one time, the day that I bought it. So because they're very small bottles, it's not something I would use every day. Okay, because these are actually small bottles, even though it's like 200 ml and 150 ml. Unfortunately, with today's size comparison, a 200 ml bottle used to be way bigger than this. A 150 ml bottle used to be way bigger than that. Okay, for something that's like a serum, that's a little bit different. But yes, I remember 200 ml bottles used to be way bigger than this. So to me, this is like a 100 ml bottle. So it's like, what's going on? It's like, the products are getting smaller, right? Like, the packaging's smaller. The quantity is less. But, you know, each to their own. So yes, I used it once. So far it has made my hair feel soft. Like, when I brush my hair doesn't feel like it's all knotty, and it's easy for my hair to be brushed. So I don't have to worry about knots. Well, I do have knots at the moment, but that's because I used the straightener on my hair. Which, for some reason, when I straighten my hair gets knotty. I don't know why, it just does. Anyway. So, with this, with the treatment, so with the shampoo, okay, you massage into the hair and on the scalp, and then you rinse off. Alright? Which therefore you'd follow it up with the Bond Repair Conditioner. Now this one is a leave-in conditioner. So after using the Bond Repair shampoo, apply lengths to tips, and then leave on for 3 minutes, then rinse, and then finish your hair routine with the Bond Repair Serum, which is a leave-in. So now with this one, you can actually use it on wet or dry hair. Alright. So use as a finishing touch in the Bond Repair routine for maximum softness, shine, and damage protection, which would be the ends of my hair. So you got to rub 2 drops. Okay. Rub. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just going to say massage 2 drops between the palms of your hands. Apply evenly through lengths to ends of wet or dry hair. Okay. So avoiding the scalp part, like this area. So they're actually saying from here down to the ends. But I don't do that. I just go from here down to the ends. Alright? And then I brush it through. Okay, because the ends of my hair is where I need it the most. Okay, to keep the ends of my hair looking somewhat natural. Because at the moment I do have some split ends, but unfortunately, after using the serum just this one, like the one time, it has actually like sealed some of the damage. Like, you still notice it, but it's not as noticeable. So I probably do a second treatment tonight before I go to bed. So second treatment tonight before I go to bed. And after a second treatment, if it works well, then I might pick up some more on my next pay. So I got spares there for when I run out of this stuff. Not so much the serum, because, you know, the serum will last for a while. But yes, I'm gonna see how well this actually works. Not something I'm going to be using all the time though. Okay, I'll use sparingly because they are small bottles and there is actually less product in the container than what it actually does say. So I'll use it sparingly. So it's not an everyday treatment. So I'll still carry on using Pantene as well. But yes, I decided to give L'Oreal another try, only for a simple fact that, you know, it has been good for my hair, like the treatments. But it's just that one in the red bottle that I can't use, because the one in the red bottle makes my hair feel greasy for some reason and doesn't feel very nice. So I decided to try something else in the L'Oreal brand, which I just shown you, obviously. Yeah. Now I do have another upcoming video for you guys. Okay, I'm actually going to be doing, I've done Saturn, I've done Nibiru, I've done Earth, I've done Space and Time. I think I'm up to Venus. But I'm not sure if I've done Venus yet. I know I've not done Mars. Mars will be next in line. That's a definite one for sure, Mars. If I've done Venus already, then I'll skip over to Mars. If not, then I'll do Venus and then do Mars. If that makes sense. Okay. But I'll see. Okay, oh, there's one other thing as well. I know I keep saying it, I know I keep stressing it. I am going to play Hearthstone live. But I don't know when, because I have not been bothered to like log into my account to update my game. So it's driving me insane. I might as well just get it over and done with. And then it's ready to go for my live stream for when I do end up doing it. So yeah, I'd like to take another walk around Devonport, like in town there again. That was actually quite fun showing you guys around. Especially up along the bridge. Oh my god. Seriously, I was literally puffed that day. Oh my god. I was definitely puffed. And because, like, I wanted to use the elevator so bad because of the stairs. I didn't even know if the elevators were working, because, like, they had the roller blinds shut. And it's like, okay. So, yes, that was that was definitely very interesting. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys to it now. Thank you to all my new subscribers for liking, sharing, commenting, and other stuff. So, yes, and please don't forget your notifications bell. Okay, that's optional. Okay, there is no pressure into clicking that notification bell. Okay, no pressure. I'm not pressuring anyone. All right. So I appreciate my fans. I appreciate all my new subscribers. So welcome to my channel, to all of you. I hope you enjoy all my videos. I have like over 200 videos. So take your time, go through all my videos. I know my first few videos I was really shy when, starting off. But now, look at me. I'm just flying through it without, being so shy and having to think of things to say. I'm now just flying through my videos, and this has helped me quite a lot to actually, have a conversation, whether it's on camera like this or with other people. It is helping me. Okay, I'm coming out of my shyness just by doing these videos just for you guys. All right, so this is like a huge step for me, like a huge progress. So I'm very pleased with myself. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.